Hello, beloved community. Thank you for joining us here for our monthly meditation. I am actually traveling this week, and so I'm sorry that I wasn't able to host it live as I normally would and love to be able to spend time with you. But I did want to make sure that we at least created and carved out some time and some space to just take a moment to celebrate the beginning of a new month. It was, and we're still, I think, very much in that energy of the new moon, which has been stunningly beautiful, at least here in the Northeast over the past few days. It's taken my breath away each time I stepped outside and took a moment to get quiet and to just glance up. In fact, it's been almost a treat. There was on Saturday night, my husband and I went to dinner, and I came out of the car, just opened the door of the car, and just where the car was parked in the position of the moon and Venus just blew my mind. It was just so stunning. I don't know if you got to see it, but I still believe it's, we'll see more of the moon now, but it was that gorgeous sliver that Mary stands upon, and there's, of course, Venus and all she represents, and the power of this transition that we are all moving through. It cannot be denied. And if you're feeling anything but the power of that and the intensity of it in a way that is asking to work you, that is asking it's inviting you to be part of the transformation that it's here to bring, then you're resisting it. And that is not going to serve you. And so for whatever it's worth, I invite you to think carefully, and to feel into your body, to not be afraid. And as always, if you are feeling any of those things that are contradictory if you're resisting, the rosary is never, even a decade of the rosary will bring you the grace that you need to see the next right thing. I will say that forever because it's always true. If you don't know how to pray the rosary, if you want more information about the rosary, please reach out to me directly. I would be more than happy to provide you with tremendous resources, and I can also, we could set up some one-on-one time. I'd be happy to teach you. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. But again, our intention today, I think, is just to gather here together and to find the quiet, to find what Mary in the Gospel of Mary refers to as the repose, to this place of gentle, quiet, a peace that is almost indescribable, and a moment of what almost someone might call, it's ineffable, it's numinous, it's when you know it, you know it. That's about all I've got. But for now, why don't we just take a moment and wherever you are, settle in. And I would even, invite you don't have to watch me on video. This is just more about listening to my voice, closing your eyes, settling in wherever you are, even if you can't close your eyes if you're driving, but when you get to where you're going, or just, again, there's an ability that we have to connect without having to do what looks like and feels like a meditation. It's there's walking meditations, there's just listening and being kinds of meditations, and this can be that too. Okay. I always begin with just returning to our breath, breathing in and breathing out. Recognizing the effortlessness of how the air moves through you. When you start to get really quiet, you can almost feel tingles. There's tingles that move through. Sometimes they start usually in my head, down through my face, my chest, to my heart. Awareness to my abdomen, to my belly, to my legs, to my feet. There's an anchoring of our feet into this earth, for we are here now. And it's all that there really is for us is the now. And so the anchoring is a recognition that we can't escape We can't run from what is before us. That knowing, when we face it, can induce many different types of emotions. It can make us feel fear, can make us feel uncertainty, can make us feel that the ground we're anchored into is nothing more than sand. Feels unsteady, not stable, right? Unstable. But yet, when we are anchored into the heart, what lies beneath our feet doesn't really have any real, it doesn't really have any impact on what is. The ground can shake beneath us. But when we are anchored into the heart, we have all of a sudden begin to bridge a different connection. There's a different stability. There's a different knowing, a different trust that begins to develop. This kind of energy is asking and is always asking us to pay attention. It's always asking for our awareness. It's always asking us to trust. Almost to surrender, to fall into that sand beneath our feet that we try so hard to anchor into, to let it become quicksand. Sometimes it's in descending through the quicksand that leads us to the place that we need to go. Descension is, we find, often ascension. Bringing ourselves down, taking the self to zero, allows for the spirit, the soul, to come forward. Can you trust the mother so much that you allow the quicksand to consume you? And you'll find as you sink, and if you really surrender, you'll find yourself gently arriving. And you realize that what you feared was just an illusion. For now, you're floating. Instead of dropping into a dark, scary unknown, it's as if you've landed on a feather bed. Your heart, your body, and your mind, they just want to rest. Can you rest here? Can you open to receive the grace that is available to you now? Grace that is being poured like beautiful drops of sunshine over your head. But instead of going over your head, it goes in the opening that you've allowed. It's like gold sparkles, honey. Gently, gently, gently. It swirls into your heart. You feel it warm your heart center. And just like honey would, it seems to just continue to gently, gently fall but coat each part of you into your belly, to your abdomen, your legs, your hips, your pelvis, your knees, calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, to your toes, until you are dripping in this gold, delicious, sweet, healing honey. I invite you now to sit with this feeling for as long as you need to. Whatever it has brought to you, give it as much time as you know that it needs to heal, to reset, to allow your nervous system to find a new frequency, a new peace, a new vibration. And just like honey sticks, it's sticky. May this vibration stick to you and you stick to it for the rest of this month until we gather again. Sending you much love.